Hey, Planet Mark here, and today I'm going to be talking about some myths or lies that you might believe before you're going to uni. Well, me and Laura have both been to university in the UK, so we both know all of the things that people tell us, and we know all of the lies that people tell us as well. So this is an important, definite video that you need to watch, especially if you're going to go to uni in September, or even if you're thinking about going to uni in the years to come. But first, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more tips, tricks and silliness, and some things that make me question my sexuality. You know what video I'm talking about. Myth number 1. Your flat are gonna be your best friends throughout your uni experience. Okay, so maybe you've got that one older friend who went off to uni a bit before you, or maybe it's a brother or sister, and came back and said, oh yeah, me and my flat we do this, and me and my flat we do that. But chances are, I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen, but chances are maybe they are friends, or maybe they can get along. But I know a lot of people, literally loads of people, it's about 70-80% of people absolutely hate their flat because they're not their kind of people. I mean, come on, what are the odds of having 6 to 10 people that you just absolutely love, which are the exact same kind of people as you, which always like to go out partying, or like the same kind of TV shows, or even just study in the same kind of field. As unis normally are very random with the way that they select people. So you're not all going to be on the same course. I mean, in all of my flats, not one person was on my course. So again, I'm not saying it can't be done. I mean, always be civil. I mean, you are living with these people for the next year at least. But just remember, there's thousands of other uni students like kind of wanting to make friends, all thinking, okay, well, I don't like my flat either. But try and find those guys. Myth number 2. Everyone is just as nervous as you are. I think this kind of comes from that saying, oh, everybody's in the same boat. You know, that parents kind of use as a kind of ploy to make you feel a bit better when it never is the same kind of thing, the same situation. Because everybody has their own individual needs, and say, well, as if you're a student coming from, like, travelling from the north of England, going down to the south, or somewhere like that. I think they try and say, oh, you're all at uni, so everybody has the exact same circumstances. That's not true. A lot of people that I know, a lot of people that I have lived with, have had friends outside, like friends that they've known from college, and had like a certain group of friends already, so they've not been in the same boat as me. There have been people which come abroad, they're not in the same boat as me either. I think it's the kind of thing that your parents just pretty much want you to go up to somebody and say, hey, do you want to go out on like a night out? And they're definitely 100% going to say yes. I tried that. I just try to make friends of being nice to people around uni. A lot of the time, 99% of the time, I would even say, when I was trying to be nice to people, inviting people, they would say no. I don't know whether they didn't like me, or whether they were just bummers, or maybe they just didn't like the same kind of stuff. But don't think that everyone's going to be just as nervous as you. I mean, don't let that put you off. Just don't try to force it on people. If it comes naturally, let it be. Myth number 3. You're gonna make all of your friends in Freshers Week. Freshers Week is awesome because you get to meet loads of people, and a lot of the first years always go out to like the events and things and want to mingle with people, which is awesome, trying to make friends. But don't be put off, because at the end of my Freshers Week, I didn't make any real friends. I didn't think, okay, that I had a few people which I thought, okay, they're nice, but I didn't actually meet my best friends until after Christmas. I think that's true for a lot of people as well. You don't really meet your best friends until after Christmas. But don't be put off if you're not like the most popular person on campus by like the first couple of weeks. It's like a situational thing, like an environmental thing. If the right people are there, then that's good, but you don't want to be hanging around with all the people that you don't want to be hanging around with. You don't want to try and make friends with people that you don't like, just, so you've got people to hang around with. Try and find those people, like go out and try and find those people which are, just generally nice people that like the same kind of things as you. That then again comes back to my point of just being yourself and just letting it come naturally. Myth number 4. Your first year doesn't count, so you can just do whatever. Okay, technically your first year doesn't count in terms of your overall degree grade. However, it counts in the sense that if you want to do a year abroad, then you need at least a 2-1 in your first year. And also it helps you kind of get your mind set in the frame of the actual degree, because a lot of things that you do in the first year, they're not just doing it for your own health, they're actually doing it because it's going to help you. I mean, you get to know what kind of books and where to look for references, things like that. It gives you a lot of background knowledge which will help for your second year, and also it really helps you to get into that mindset of getting down, knowing how to write essays, more importantly than anything else, and knowing that a lot of time is going to be spent in the library. And for most people, that time is going to be spent cramming it in within the last 48 hours before submission. On my degree, I didn't even know this, nobody else told me, so that's why I'm telling you guys. It shows up on your degree. Actual certificate of your degree, if you got like 41%, 42%, 43% in your first year modules, that's on your degree. You show that to an employer, they're like, well, you know, why is this still here? What happened in these few bits of year? So, you know, remember that although it doesn't actually count to the overall degree, it still shows up on your certificate. Myth number 5! Everybody wants to drink every night. Okay, even the most hardcore of people don't drink every single night, unless you got like really big like alcohol problems, but that's more of an issue for them as opposed to an actual positive thing. But a lot of people don't actually want to drink, or maybe they're not heavy drinkers and they're worried, kind of like my sister was, about going to uni and worried about that everybody wants to drink all the time, every single night. Well, that's not true. There's loads of events that the student union is trying to put on. A good student union will make sure that people don't have to drink, and they'll put on events that you don't have to drink, like movie nights, like get to know you mixers, things like that. Just fun events not based around drinking. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's loads of really good stuff around drinking and dressing up and having a good time. But if you don't want to drink, don't feel like you have to have a drink. I mean, even when I went to like a rowing initiations, which initiations are really well known for being absolutely mental, what they did was just make a soft drink cocktail where anybody which didn't want to drink or had a problem with it, they could still join in and have all the fun, but they would have this cocktail which I didn't think tasted very nice. Anyway, instead of a drink which had all horrible lumpy bits in it. I think maybe only a few weeks out of my entire time at uni I actually had a drink every single night. That doesn't mean I got drunk every single night, but I certainly had a drink every single night. That's only like literally maybe, I know whenever I went on tour, like I drank every single night, but that was coming out as a holiday. I mean, it's only really like 1 or 2 nights a week that you actually spend getting hardcore drunk. And then you find that when people run out of money, nobody wants to get drunk anymore suddenly, because everyone got smashed in the first few weeks. Myth number 6. It's going to be a mystery who your flat are. No. Especially in these kind of times. Go on Facebook. I'm sure, literally, if you know your halls right now, try and find it on Facebook. Literally, just search it, and I'm sure there's going to be loads of groups. Even just search your university, or if your university has college, search for the colleges within the university, and I'm sure you'll find loads of Facebook groups already set up for that, and I'm sure your flat rep is trying to find you right as we speak. So don't think you won't know anybody at all, and don't try to limit yourself to just your flat, as in there's loads of people that actually live in your halls, because you're definitely going to go up to other people's flats in your halls, and even different people's halls, and try to make friends with them. And also, try to find your university student union page, as especially during Freshers Week, I certainly didn't know this, and I definitely would have used this if somebody would have told me. They had the lineup of every single event, so you can get psyched up. I looked at my university's page, even though obviously I don't go there anymore now, and they're getting psyched about Freshers Week, and they have the entire lineup already on there. Myth number 7. A degree is the hardest thing that you're going to have to do in your life so far. Okay, so you may be thinking that A-levels is pretty tough, and be thinking, okay, A-levels is hard, I know that university is the next step up, so it's going to be even harder. Well, you'll be happy to know that I didn't find that at all. I find that because university is a different kind of course, it's not the same as A-levels. Don't think it's the exact same kind of like course, and you kind of, it's a different approach to thinking. It's more broad, open-minded, kind of creative creative way of learning. And also, if you've chosen to study a degree for 3 years, then you're kind of going to be interested in the subject, because I'm guessing that it's something that you've chosen to do because you like the subject. So don't think, oh, it's going to be so hard, I'm not going to enjoy it. But you've chosen to do it, so you must have some level of wanting to do it and enjoying it. But always remember that there is help at hand, so you're never alone. You need to make sure that you know that you're never alone. And finally, myth number 8. Everybody going to university is really grown up and really mature. Admittedly, a lot of people at first will seem like they're older than you, especially if you're going just turned 18. You may be under the impression that everybody else is going to be a lot older than you. Well, technically they are. I know when I first went to uni, I was 19, and even then I was the youngest in my flat. But don't worry, the rest of the people, they weren't sure at all. So it's kind of, you kind of think, okay, I'm going to this prestigious educational institute, so everybody there is just all about learning, and that. No. For a lot of people, it's going to be the first time. Maybe they don't know how to clean up after themselves, and I'm pretty sure what we found is that when it comes to leaving that flat, you're going to find a mouldy old cup which has grown mould over it, like a new kind of life form, because nobody's cleaned it in 6 months and left like half a tea in there. Trust me, most of the arguments you're going to be having in your flat is over the washing up. So as long as you look after yourself, nobody will be having to go at you. You'll be the person having to go at everybody else. That's the biggest thing that everybody argues about. Not some social political message in the news. No, it's because somebody's left their frying pan and it's got all their grease and it's gone everywhere and it's been left in there for a week. Where's it going with this again? Oh yeah. People don't think that everyone's intelligent at uni, or even has a load of common sense, because that's not true. And that is it. I really hope this helped you guys out, especially if you're thinking about going to uni, that this has really dispelled a lot of myths. And if there's anything else that you want to know, then please comment below, put your question in, and we'll be happy to answer. Remember to like this video, share it around, because I'm sure that, especially if you've just turned 18, thinking about going to university, you know, all your friends will want to know about this, because they'll find it probably as useful as you have. So, or you can also find us on Twitter, ask on there as well, because we will be happy to answer at Planet Mark Vlog, or like my page on Facebook, facebook.com/Planet Mark Vlog. Remember to subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye, 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 bye.